I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, you want to call the roll?
Say something.
Alderman Detweiler.
Here.
Alderman Gettlemeyer.
Here.
Alderman Johnson.
President.
Alderman Day.
Here.
Alderman Waters.
Here.
Alderman Wilson.
I am here today.
And Mayor Whitman is absent. The quorum is present.
Okay, we have 3 items for discussion and consideration in the work session tonight. I'm going to go to item number 1.
Yeah. Are you? Well. It was actually listed under Alderman Nay. He indicated at the last meeting that he wanted to postpone it for discussion.
Okay,
I do. I think that perhaps if we could have a move to closed session
Yeah.
would be more appropriate.
Don?
Mm.
All right, we will do that. Item number 2. Consumable industrial hemp. City Attorney?
Thank you, Madam President. At the last meeting of the Board of Aldermen, after a presentation by the Chief of Police for the City of Lake St. Louis and the retired Chief of Police for the City of Eureka on consumable industrial hemp or intoxicating hemp, we were directed to prepare 2 items. One is legislation. The other is a resolution asking the General Assembly to impose regulations on consumable industrial hemp. Both are on the regular meeting agenda. I will note, as has been identified, there are some differences between what was presented and what we've drafted. I'm happy to discuss that in a close meeting if anyone would like to do that. But in essence, what the legislation does is it imposes a license regulation on businesses operating in the city, which requires all businesses to refrain or makes it illegal for any business to sell what we're calling consumable industrial hemp, which is also known as Delta 8, Delta 9, to anyone under the age of 21. And it also requires them and makes it unlawful to display anything in an area that is accessible by assistance of an employee. I'm happy to answer any questions.
No, so I made sure everybody saw both bills, one from Chesterfield, and I want to say thank you for Debbie for putting those out. And I know there are some differences, but as long as it's clear, and I just want to make sure our residents can read this, and that's the main reason I brought it up. Because I just want to make sure everybody's clear on what is put out to the community. Because I do not want this in our community, but I just want to make sure that it's clear that parents and also young people can read this and understand why and the stipulations behind everything. So
Yeah, in terms of enforcement, it will be against operating businesses, and it is substantially similar in language to the regulation on the sale of tobacco products. And businesses that are selling these type of things will likely be familiar with the regulations and procedures.
can I ask a question about that? So I don't know how this works. We would tell the business they cannot sell this, or we would make sure they don't sell. Which one is it? I'm sorry, can you help me out with that?
It'll be a combination of things. I'll talk to the city administrator.
Okay.
But my inclination is to say that a letter will go out to all the businesses
Okay.
explaining the new regulation. There'll be a grace period.
Okay.
And then after that, it's enforcement.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Attorney, do we have in our regulation that you provided, or can we add these definitions? To me, they just make it very clear what each product is and, you know, what, rather than just using the word, I mean, the description of the product to me makes it very clear distinction between them.
Yeah, the one thing we did that was different was we used the statutory definition for industrial hemp because that is a known definition. The idea being, let's not reinvent the wheel, so enforcement is easier because we'll have state interpretation and court interpretation of the statute.
Okay. All right.
So I have a question. The Chesterfield bill has Delta 8, Delta 9, and Delta 10, and I see this one has, our bill has Delta 8. Is that, I mean, again, this is probably just ignorance on my part, not understanding the.
Right, so we say hemp derived products, but it's including but not limited to.
Okay.
And we're using the technical, like the TCHA, THCP, which falls into all those categories.
Okay.
I do know, being in Jeff City the last 2 days and talking to several legislatures and then listening to the presentation that was made, I do know that they're working on their bill that will also support this. And then hopefully, if the federal bill comes out in November, it'll all be wrapped up and completely, there would be no problem with city or state enforcing it. And the police, state patrol, whatever, would all have complete backup to do this. So I know they are working on it, and I think they all felt like it's gonna get through. So that was encouraging.
Yeah, and that's an excellent point. This is intended to fill that gap until the state or federal government takes action on these items. And it's also worth noting that Catherine Hanaway, the Missouri Attorney General, recently filed a lawsuit against the manufacturers of these products. So we'll be monitoring that.
Okay.
And this resolution also helps your legislators to pass those bills.
Right.
So that's another reason why we do the resolutions, is to show that this city is in support of their bill and helps to get those passed.
Okay. Anything else on item number 2?
Thank you for the update. John, thank you very much.
All right, what about item number 3? Anybody have any comment on the review of the board agenda for tonight?
I have some questions under the consent agenda, under expenditure report. It's an item that was purchased on February 4th from Amazon for a treadmill for $1,900. What is the purpose of that?
Employee wellness. The goal of that is to provide, a lot of us work a lot of hours. And especially in the winter hours, don't have an opportunity to take a break or get out. So it was a request from employees that we provide a means of exercising here in-house. So it's a treadmill available to all staff. Board can come in and use it too if they like, for that purpose.
I don't know. It's just something that I wish we would have been informed on ahead of time. It just, we just see the bill and there it is, a treadmill. I don't know if this falls into anything that liability more for us for insurance if someone gets hurt or anything else using that. I guess it'd just fall under the regular workman's comp. All that if someone did get hurt on that.
They would not be working on city time, using the treadmill on city time. They would be on personal time.
But-
So it would not be the work comp injury for that reason.
Okay. But it would be the liability for the city. If it's on city property. Provided by the city.
Only if it's in a dangerous condition.
Anything else with the consent agenda?
And I have a couple of questions for myself, just for clarification. Being one of the new people here, can someone help me understand what is the mayor's ball? I just found an invitation to apparently attend this foray, but I don't know what it is. And I saw some expenditures on the list of, the last report that identified items being purchased at different retail outlets here in Darien Prairie, specifically identified as being something for the mayor's ball. So could someone just help me with that?
Sure. So the Mayor's Ball is a ball organized by St. Charles County Mayors. It's a fundraiser event for charities. The mayors participate each year in selecting charities to support, to have that event support. The items you saw on the expense agenda were actually purchased with a donation by one of our Darden Prairie businesses. They gave us $500 and then we went out and spent it on gift cards. So there was actually no true expense to the city for that. We solicit, I think Debbie sent out a number of letters to our businesses asking them if they would donate something to the mayor's ball. So we don't actually expend city funds on that.
Okay, so the donations are separate from the gift of the $500 or whatever it is. So we still have that? Or is that $500?
So rather than, so typically, and maybe Debbie wants to expand on this, typically we ask vendors to donate a basket, a raffle basket that is raffled off. I'm sure if you're familiar with any
Yeah. Oh,
galas,
yeah.
they always have
Yeah.
the baskets that get auctioned off. And this particular business didn't want to go through the trouble themselves of putting together a basket. So they gave us $500 specifically for the mayor's charity event. And Debbie went out and created a really nice gift. It's actually a frame promotion for Darden Prairie. And then it has all the gift cards in it. You can see it in her office. So again, we received $500 for the charity ball auction and she spent the $500 for the auction.
And so this is typically an annual event that's been going on for some time and all cities participate in that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to say at least 10 years, maybe longer. Each year there's a different theme. This year it's a casino themed event. It's held at Ameristar. We do participate by having one of our staff attend the organizational meetings, as well as the mayor generally participates in meetings. Like I said, they all got together, the mayors all got together to select the charities based on an application process for charities. And Debbie is our representative to the committee. So she, on city time, does participate in that event planning
Okay.
process.
I appreciate the clarification. Now, next year I'll know when I
Yeah.
get maybe another invitation, maybe. Well, thank you.
Do we know who the charity is, Debbie?
There's, every year they pick 5. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know if you go on their Facebook or and there's a link to their, it'll tell you who the recipients are for this year. And I know, when they choose each year, the chosen, charity cannot participate, have sequential years. It's another charity and it's usually, St. Charles County based charities.
Okay.
The charities are actually listed on the invitation that you received. So they are there. It's too small print for me to read out loud, or I would have.
And I will say it's a sellout event every year. They can't fit anybody more in there.
Yeah, it's sold out every year.
Are we working to get a table donated to us or is anybody else going? I don't know. Because last year, I think Mayor Godway got us a donated table. Don't quote me on that.
And in all the years past, we usually solicited a vendor or contractor or whatever to donate a table. Be filled by board.
Do that. I'm
Yeah.
not instructed to do
I'm
that.
not aware of any vendors that have offered the city a table. Typically, I believe they're developers who are offering those tables, so maybe that explains it a little bit for us right now.
Sure.
Yeah, Debbie and I think Debbie gets a free ticket to the event. Is that correct? Is it a +1 or is it just you? I don't remember.
It's just me.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that's, you know,
It's the mayor and their assistant that goes to represent the city and they'll. So. Got some really nice baskets that are gonna go, hopefully they'll make a lot of money for the charities this year.
All right, anything else on the agenda? Anybody needs to bring up right now? Okay, we'll go to staff communications. City attorney,
I have nothing.
city engineer.
I've got a little bit.
Okay.
I'd like to talk about item 3 under new business for the supplemental snow plowing. Following review of operational performance and service delivery during recent events, staff have determined that additional operational capacity is necessary to ensure that snow and ice removal services consistently meet with the city's performance standards and maintain safe and passable roadways. To enhance service reliability and improve response effectiveness, staff recommends authorizing an agreement with On My Own Time Lawn Care LLC to provide supplemental snow and ice removal services. The supplemental contractor will operate concurrently with the primary contractor for the remainder of the winter season under the direction of city staff. The addition of the supplemental contractor will provide increased equipment availability, improved route coverage, enhanced response time during winter weather events, greater assurance of compliance with city services standards. Staff recommends approval of the ordinance authorizing execution of the agreement with On My Own Time Lawn Care LLC, and I am requesting 2 readings on this tonight. I've also got, also under new business, item 5, I'm requesting 2 readings for this as well. It's a supplemental agreement with Weiss Design Group. It adds design work for a new box culvert and provides right-of-way services needed to move Post Road Phase 1 forward. The amount of $45,984.64, bringing the total engineering contract to $388,537.64. This is necessary to advance the project into final design and right-of-way acquisition and to stay on schedule.
Did we ever get any additional funding for that culvert since?
We did. We received 10%.
I don't know if you want to explain to the board that that original culvert was not on any of the maps.
Correct. And after inspection, it was deemed that it needed to be replaced. So we went back to East West Gateway and the county and received additional funds for the replacement of the box culvert, thus needing additional funds and additional work, a supplemental agreement for Weiss Design Group to design the culvert.
So that's, I just want to explain that it's not a lot of funds coming to us. It's
Correct.
funds we're getting from,
the grants.
grants, because it was a culvert that was never on the records, never inspected or anything else. And then when they did inspect it, they found out it was,
Crumbling.
falling apart. So
That is it for me.
trying to support you there.
Debbie, Rose? Anything? No? Okay. Kathy?
I have nothing.
Alderman?
Yes. I attended the Winsfield School District meeting for the superintendent this past Tuesday. The reason why I bring it up because in Darting Prairie, there's a little, and I think it's Cordova, right off the highway. A bus driver keeps getting an accident right there. And my daughter's always in the bus, and she didn't even get mad this time. She's like, you know what, second time. So I feel like we need to make sure we have roads where buses can go through, because it's very important that our roundabouts are not big enough for some of these yellow buses that are going through. So we need to consider and think about that for future development within our cities. And then make sure that we stay in communication with our school districts, mainly because there are things going on that we should know as a city and support those school districts as well. And I know we have like 3 of them in our city. So I'm not saying we can do everything, but we need to do our best to support our school district and city.
Matt, do you know off the top of your head if those are public streets or private streets?
I believe actually the roundabout is MoDOT's.
Well, no, this in the subdivision where
Those are public streets.
Excuse me?
Those are public streets, yes.
Yeah.
Those are public
Mhm.
streets, yeah.
So is it happening at the roundabout? or is
No,
it
ma'am.
happening-
It's when the driver goes in, they don't go all the way around and come around. They stop and like try to make a turn, like a backup, and then go back out the other way. It's a weird situation. I was not there when it happened. I'm only hearing from a 10-year-old. So I don't have the best information, but I have
It's
some.
just like the trash trucks that can't go around.
Say it again, Mark. I didn't hear you.
The trash trucks can't make it through the roundabouts and our cul-de-sacs. I mean, they have to, those trucks are so big now.
And I think the roundabouts in Cordova are a lot smaller. I think, I'm pretty sure it's not like your regular roundabouts. So yeah. Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say that, I don't think it would be, wrong for somebody, either Matt or you, Alderman,
Mhm.
to call the Wentzville Transportation and talk to the gentleman in charge, and explain that, maybe it wouldn't hurt in that instance for the bus to go in and go all the way around for the purpose of getting in and out of that subdivision. I mean, I know they don't like to do that in all cases, but sometimes it just makes sense. And it may not be getting back to the superintendent of the transportation correctly. So I don't think it would hurt for somebody to call and say, hey, in this instance, can you just, if you want to drop the kids off when you first go in, that's one thing, but then can the bus just go around the loop and come back out rather than have to back up?
No, I think that's the problem, the loop. It's on the wide side, if you go around, it's hard to get around. Even when I turn my own little car, I have to back up a little bit to turn around. So that's
On
why.
street to go around the subdivision on that one street?
Yeah, if you go all the way around to the top of Cordova and come back, that little circle is smaller than you think.
Hmm.
It's not like a regular roundabout.
We'll enter it as a concern.
It's cul-de-sac, but it's not like a regular size. To me, it's smaller than I'm used to using. That's all. A bus would not. I don't think a bus is really. And I think cars were on the street too one time too. Don't quote me. I'm just.
Okay, all right. Well, that was-
We can move forward. I just want to make sure I say that.
We'll enter it as a concern. Matt can get with the officer and get more details on exactly where, so he can field inspect it, determine.
Yep, I can do that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Laura? Anything? Oh, okay. I don't have anything for this right now anyway. So with that being said, I'd like to go ahead and go into closed session. Call closed session pursuant to RSMO 610.021, sections 1, 3, and 13.
So moved.
Second,
All right, we need a roll call vote or? Okay, Debbie?
Sorry. Alderman Wilson,
All right.
Alderman Waters,
Bye.
Alderman Nay,
Aye.
Alderman Johnson,
aye.
Alderman Gettemeyer. Aye. Alderman Detmer.
Aye.
Stays.
Okay. We shall return